mother told me she was going to make me a child star no matter what. She once made me perform my audition scene with a 103-degree fever, and when I threw up on the casting director's shoes, she yelled at me for ruining my big break instead of asking if I was okay. That was my reality. From the day my brother Noah and I were born, Mom started planning our Hollywood careers. When other parents took baby pictures, she got us headshots. Dad went along with everything because he loved her dream more than he loved us. By 4, auditions were my whole life. Up at 4 a.m. for hair and makeup, which meant Mom yanking my scalp bloody and painting my face until I looked like a creepy doll. She'd drill lines during the 2-hour drives to studios, slapping the steering wheel every time I messed up. If I dozed off in the car, she'd spray me with ice water. Stars are never tired, she'd shriek, like that made any sense for a preschooler. Noah had it worse because he had a condition that made it hard to memorize things. So naturally, Mom would keep him up all night before auditions, making him repeat scenes until his brain felt like exploding. When he was 6 and blanked during a callback, she made him stand in the corner for 8 hours straight. No bathroom, no water, just standing there croaking out lines while his legs shook. He peed himself after hour 5 but had to keep going. The smell was awful, but Mom said suffering built character. Every rejection made her crazier. She hired an acting coach who believed in method training for children, which apparently meant torturing us into emotions. Auditioning for a sad character? Time to hear about dead puppies and watch Mom break my toys. Need to play scared? Here's 3 days without sleep while she shows me horror movies. I was 7 and having panic attacks, but she called that getting into character. When I finally booked a cereal commercial, Mom acted like I'd cured cancer. $2,000 paycheck, but she spent 10 grand on new headshots and some scammer publicist. We ate ramen for months while she talked about my brand to anyone who'd listen. Even the grocery store clerk heard about how I was gonna be bigger than Shirley Temple. Lady, I just wanted to play with my friends, not be a Dead Child Stars sequel. Noah snapped during an audition for a Spielberg movie, just stopped midline and walked out. Mom found him hiding under a car in the parking lot and dragged him out by his ankles while the casting director watched from a window. We got banned from Universal, but somehow Noah was the villain in her story. After that, I became her only hope, which meant double the crazy. She started giving me performance enhancers, which were definitely just speed. Little white pills that made my heart go nuts but kept me peppy for 12-hour audition days. Blue ones that turned me into an emotion-free robot for crying scenes. She'd practice injecting oranges and promised I'd get vitamin shots soon. Sure, Mom, because 8-year-olds totally need mystery injections for success. The worst was this director who wanted authentic pain for an abuse survivor role. Mom decided method acting meant actually hurting me. Started with pinches hard enough to bruise, escalated to holding my hand over candles because my screams weren't raw enough. I got callbacks with 2nd-degree burns, but lost to a girl whose mom had probably done worse. That's when I realized we were in a sick competition where childhood was the price. When I was 10, some creep approached us at Denny's claiming to be a talent scout. No social media profile. Private audition at his house. Red flags everywhere. But Mom practically threw me in his car because he name-dropped some Disney kids. The audition was immediately sketchy, but Mom stood there coaching me to be friendlier, while this guy's eyes made my skin crawl. When he mentioned swimsuits for movement assessment, I locked myself in his bathroom and called 911. Cops found exactly what you'd expect at his house. Mom screamed at me the whole ride home about ruining my career. Not one word about what could have happened to me. Just fury that I'd thrown away connections and embarrassed her in front of someone important. That's when I knew she'd literally let someone hurt me if it meant a starring role. After that, she went underground. Sketchy auditions in warehouses, blacklisted directors, projects that paid cash and didn't ask for work permits. She'd dye my hair and lie about my age. When I started developing, she'd wrap my chest with ace bandages because younger-looking kids booked more jobs. Nothing mattered except fame. Then I overheard her negotiating private sessions with producers. She was literally discussing prices for things that made me want to puke, like I was merchandise. When she caught me listening, she smiled. This is how stars are really made, baby. That night, Noah showed me cigarette burns covering his arms. Mom's character building for some foster kid role. We packed a run, but then heard her booking flights to Thailand, where child labor laws are more flexible. She'd already bought tickets for some opportunity that sounded like human trafficking with a casting couch. We were supposed to leave in 12 hours for her big break that would probably break us permanently. Noah and I looked at each other and knew we had to disappear before morning. Full story on the channel below.